All right, third grade. So you should have either downloaded this page to Notability or printed it. So if you haven't done that, make sure you go do that. So this is just kind of a review of everything that we've talked about today. So it says, I can explain what causes the seasons to change using the words revolution and orbit. So think about what we've learned about those two words today. What do those words mean? We're going to define these two words on this page, and then we will also define them on our vocab page. And again, the reason we're doing that is so we always have them in our journal, because I know that we don't all have this printed out. So that way we'll each have them written down. So revolution. Everyone say revolution. You might also see the word revolve. I'm going to write that on top here. Revolve. You might also see the word revolving. They all have the same root word, which means that they all mean the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but similar things. So a revolution is the orbiting of the Earth around the sun. We're also going to write that it causes seasons. So if the Earth didn't revolve around the sun, then we wouldn't have the seasons that we have. It would be close to the same temperature all year long. So I see the word orbiting in here. So now we have to figure out what orbit means. Everyone say orbit. So orbit is the pathway a planet follows through space. So each planet orbits the sun. Every planet goes around the sun. It goes around and around and around. We kind of talked about this a few weeks ago when we talked about all the planets. You talked about this with your class when you made your model to make sure that you had the orbit shown on your model. So every planet orbits the sun. So every planet has an orbit. So an orbit is the pathway a planet follows through, space. So make sure you have that copied down on your paper. Pause if you need to. We're not going to read this book, but we already talked about these things. So again, this is just a review. So now, the 4 seasons of the year. We know this. What are the 4 seasons of the year? The first one is winter. Do you know what comes after winter? I'm going to write the months down here that we typically have, that we have these. So winter goes from December through March, technically. After winter comes spring. Spring is from March to July. Yeah, it's July. After spring comes summer, my favorite. Summer is from July to November. And then we have fall. Oh, that's not right. This is to September. And then fall is from September to December. And I know that some of you are probably saying, well, Miss Schroyer, we have summer in school from May to August. And that's totally true. We call that summer break. But the season of summer is from July to September. All right. So the seasons changes the Earth blank around the sun. What is it doing? What is that word? revolve. We're going to write revolve there. The seasons change as the earth revolves around the sun. And then over here, it takes 1 year for the earth to complete one blank around the sun. This is called a revolution around the sun. So if the earth is starting here, it takes 1 whole year for it to go all the way around. That's why 1 year is 365 days. Because that's how long it takes for the earth to go 1 whole lap around the sun. 365 days. Now that's really important for you to know. It takes 1 day for the earth to rotate around one time. It takes 1 year for the earth to fully revolve around the sun. 1 year, 365 days. All right, good job, third grade.